Good morning, everybody. So it's the London session of the new day. Let's give it a minute. I'm going to invite the people on the Telegram to join us so that we can get started together. All right. Okay, so here we go. So this morning we're gonna be pretty quick. Let's run through the analysis. And so yesterday, I took a losing trade yesterday because I made two wrong decisions around the entry. So technically, I was supposed to buy continuation, right? I was supposed to buy the market open. So as soon as the market open, it was jumping up. So I didn't calculate like correctly where I should put my stop and stuff like that, and that happens a lot. As a trader, you need to, you know, put your emotion in check. So my emotion was everywhere yesterday. I took the buy stopped me out. I took the sell stopped me out. Obviously, I was supposed to buy and put my stop loss in a correct place, but I ended up not doing that and I paid the consequences for that. So in this case now, I am going to be much careful because now we're trading the account, the proper account, and we have to like potentially be very, very careful with that. But this morning, let's run through the analysis and let's see what we can do better today. Okay, and let's check the news we have today. At 2:30 today, there is unemployment claims. So we're going to be careful around that. So now let's run through the analysis. First thing first, let's see what 4-hour is doing today. On 4-hour, we're still trading within the same range as before. You'll notice that, let me see. Yeah, we're still potentially respecting this demand level, this level right here. We're potentially still respecting it to the left. So, and let me just make it the demand zone. One of the things we want to make sure is that we identified every single zone that can stop our trade, so that whenever your trade is approaching a zone, you can start taking profit or at least protect your trades. Okay. So what I'm gonna do now is, so 4-hour, basically this is the swing high, this is the swing low. Price is currently still trading within the 50% range, so we are getting support at the bottom here. We're having a resistance at the midline here. So what we need to do is obviously NASDAQ needs to break out of this resistance level for it to start going up. But if it's going to struggle a little bit again, then we need to figure out if they want to buy more or less. So our job now today is to identify our intraday area of interest. So for that, I'm going to now turn on my session break. So when I turn on session break, I want to see the previous day high. Where is the highest point that NASDAQ got to yesterday? And it is right here. So this is the highest point that NASDAQ was trading yesterday, and it got there late yesterday around 8 p.m. Nigerian time. So in terms of lowest points of NASDAQ yesterday, this is going to be the lowest point. So this right here is the lowest point of NASDAQ for yesterday, and I'm going to take that. So let me take away this level. So this is the lowest point of NASDAQ for yesterday. And now that we know the lowest point and the highest point, we need to see the Asian range. Which Asian range are we actually dealing with? So I turn on my indicator. Now I can see that currently NASDAQ is still inside the Asian range, and below the Asian range is the level that NASDAQ was moving from yesterday, that it was buying from yesterday. So this presents a lot of opportunity that NASDAQ will potentially reach inside of this this zone. It will reach it because it's very close. The demand zone is nearby, and also the Asian low is there, so it can potentially get here. And then yeah, so So basically right now we've identified levels and all, you know, previous day high, previous day low, which are areas of liquidity potentially. Now, where is NASDAQ potentially going to buy or sell from for today in case it's time for us to take trade? Let's say at New York session we come. So my scenario for today is a little bit, let me say it like this. Let me put my screen on full screen mode. So what I'm looking out for in NASDAQ today is that I want to see NASDAQ. Let me go on 1 hour. Yeah. So NASDAQ can, now that the structure on 1 hour is already potentially shifting bullish, you just need to pull back into an area of demand and then we can buy from there, right? So we need to see NASDAQ moving into downward a little bit, take liquidity of the Asian low, move downward, or even move a lot into the previous day low. But I doubt that this would happen today, like, you know, moving a lot into the previous day low. But if it does happen, hopefully we'll follow it. So, but I think that there are two levels that might be good for buying NASDAQ today. And the first one is right here. The second one is right here. The third one, which is the best one, is exactly below the Asian low, right? Below the previous day low rather. So there's three zones. And if NASDAQ starts selling come New York session, potentially they will reach the previous day low, tap into the demand zone that is extreme, and then fly back to the upside. So whichever NASDAQ wants to do today, we're going to be on the right side. We're going to be on the right side. So anyway, with that said, so potentially right now, I feel like NASDAQ is going to go a little bit downward to correct the move it has made yesterday, tap into like a more demand area or support area where more people are interested in actually buying, and we're going to also be joining the trade from there. And as usual, I'm not going to be trading anything this London session. I'm going to wait until New York session when there's the chance of winning the trade is increased by that time. So I'm going to just, you know, go away for this London session and come back at New York session, and then we're going to be looking for the best trade opportunity by New York session. Okay, and I think with that said, it's cool. We've identified three zones. This is one over here that NASDAQ might choose to respect, but I doubt that it would really respect this one. This is another one right here, and this is the last one, which is really the best one that I think at least if you should get here, at least we can take a good trade from here. And although that's a lot of points, you know, for NASDAQ to even get there, it needs about 500 points of push. So within this London session, the most that NASDAQ can do is break out and go back into this range and maybe even start selling later on. But anyway, we're going to see how that turns out. All right, with that said, thank you everyone. This is going to be the end of the stream analysis this morning. We are going to see each other again in the New York session. Oh, someone can't hear me. Oh man, let me check. Oh, I was talking, you can't hear me. Oh my god. And the analysis is potentially over. So let me see. Okay, I'm gonna end the stream here, then I'm gonna check if I need to redo the stream, then I would redo it. Okay. Happy and safe trading everybody, and we'll see you at New York session.